Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll gonna show you how to fix the meter issue. So this is my bike and I have a LED issue with my speedometer, wherein in the day it's normal cool, but in the night the backlight LEDs are not working. So I really feel there is some loose contact, so let me show you over there. So this is my bike and this is what you can see over here. These lights are working fine. My indicator, high beam, low beam, everything is working fine, but the issue is with this particular digital meter over here. So this has an issue. So let me just turn on the engine. Okay, so I have turned on, but see, you can't, the light is not actually working, the backlight is not working. Let me just, so you can see high beam is working and indicators are working, engine service reminder or whatever it is, even this light is working, ABS light is working, neutral is working, but this particular console light is not working. So I did figure out that there are some LED which is available on Amazon also. So let me just try if I can repair it by myself, because most of the LEDs, when you clean it up and resolder it, so it will be working fine. So I'm gonna do that. If that's not working, I have already I'm gonna get the lights, LED lights from outside and fix it. So let me show you how to do this. And to perform this, first you have to remove the console out. So for that you have to remove this Allen key which you have to use. So I have a set which is from Taparia. So I'm gonna use 13 bar 16. This is the one which says 13 bar 16 over here. So I'm gonna remove all 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna take this console out, and then I'm gonna take it to my table and I'm gonna show you how to do the rest. Bought LEDs from Amazon. I bought it very long back, but I didn't get time to work on this. So today, as a Sunday, I've been struggling to just remove this. So this is the LED which I have got. I've got 5 LEDs. Okay, here. So these are the LEDs which I have bought. Yeah, it was around 150 rupees. I bought it from Amazon. Yeah, 160 rupees. I've got these 5 LEDs because I couldn't find this locally, or else it would have been even more cheaper. So let me just keep this LED over here and start working on my speedometer. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are total 7 screws over here. So I'm going to remove all the 7 screws, and always use the right tool. There is one more screw over here which says the warranty will be voided. So I have just broke the warranty. So total 8 screws. I'm using a flat screwdriver, inserting over here and just twisting it. So create a gap. So this is how you open the mobiles also. there is a gasket over here to prevent liquid damage. So let me just keep this away. This is how it gonna look. So I have to remove all this. There are like few metal over here, so without damaging the circuit we have to straighten this and remove 1 2 3 4 screws. So let me just remove all the 4 screws and keep this all screws away, the safe place. If you have a magnet, I really suggest you to use a magnet to keep the screws together. Make sure you don't damage any of the circuits. I've removed all 4 screws. I'm going to keep over here to the right. So I need a combination player to straighten this up. I'm using a combination player. Carefully make sure you don't damage any of the circuit over here. I recommend you use a nose player, where I don't have a nose player, so I'm using a combination player. I have already worked on this kind of stuffs, so I'm using cutting player, the combination player directly. Okay, so after this I'm going to hold this part. Okay, keep this away and slowly remove this. Check if all the parts have been removed properly. Okay, there are 2 more screws over here. And you have to gently pull this. Make sure you don't damage any of the part. Okay. Just lift it up. You have to make sure this is safe. I'm gonna keep over here, and I've just removed this part. The display LED is not working fine, so that I have to check. Let me just push this metal stiff and take it out from here. Should be very careful while doing this. Okay, so I have removed this part, and the issue is with this LEDs. Okay, over here, this is where the light will be reflected. Okay, these are the buttons. Yeah, I got it. Over here, this is where it comes, the reset and the mode changing buttons. Keep this away, and now the actual task begins. So I have to remove these LEDs and replace with the new one. Okay, this is done. I'm gonna use a toothbrush and clean this a bit, and I'm gonna use alcohol or like normal PCB cleaner liquid and clean this. So the cleaning part is done, and carefully I have to take the new LED and solder it over here. Okay, coming back to this small tiny LED. Okay, the bigger surface. Okay, I don't think this is visible, so I'm going to show you the screenshot from the mobile. Okay, hope this is visible. The smaller one is a positive, and the bigger steel plate which you can see, it's a negative. So it's plus and minus. So this is the simplest way which I can show you, so you can understand and solder it. So it's time to do a soldering. Now take this. Should be very careful right now. Okay, to one side is done. Guys, till this moment everything was working fine, but what happened here is, wherein I just bought one set of LEDs, and in which I had 5 LED, and only 2 LEDs were working fine. Rest I soldered it. I did check with my bike, but unfortunately the LEDs were not glowing, it was not working. So I have to do some jugaad. I didn't had much time. I didn't have time to go order and wait for 2 to 3 days and then get this LED fixed. So I got an idea, and what I did is I took my spare pilot lamp, the CBR pilot bulb which I had. So I just opened it and should see what kind of LEDs these are, because last time I remember I bought a LED pilot lamp, and then I thought of using those. When I saw that there were 3 LED put together and made one pilot bulb, so I took that bulb. I just made an attempt whether this is gonna work or not, but unfortunately this worked. So I'm gonna show you that particular, like from here, which you wanna see is the jugaad which I have made, and finally this worked. So from here you can enjoy the video.
So this is the LED pilot bulb or a pilot lamp of CBR. So this is actually universal for like almost all the pilot lamps. This is, I've soldered it, wherein you see only two LED bulbs were finally working, and rest, I mean another two I have to replace with this pilot lamp. This is the LED which is properly fitted one. This is the one, and the left side one I have used the wire and I have soldered it. So once you remove this pilot lamp from the particular holder, the lead or the props or little like strong, like it doesn't have a sleeve or anything. So first I have to remove this, both the props, and then I have to solder with another wire. So here the thing is, the wire should not be more thicker, it should be thin as possible, and it should not get short circuited. So what I have done is I have taken the old headset, the wire headset, and I have removed the sleeves and taken out those wire, because I'm gonna show you in like further. So this is the LED which I have removed. I have used two LED, this pilot lamp, or like some people say tiger eye for bullet. So this is actually a pilot lamp which is called. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comment section, guys. So the now the wire which you can see, that is from the headset, the old headset which I had. I have removed that and I have taken out that wire. So that will be flexible and it will be having a thin coated, so where the short circuit doesn't happen. That is how when you see your headset, you'll see like multiple colors which will be coated, which will not have any kind of short circuits. So I've taken two like I made like almost four wires. I've just soldered all the tips, so it will be easy to solder directly to this LED. And this is how you have to do it, and it's very simple, and it will not have any kind of short circuits. It's gonna take little more time, but you should have be a little bit patient. If would have had the spare LEDs, I would have not done this jugaad. Okay, this is done now. So I have to just solder it. You can see one I have already soldered, and the second one which I have to solder it. The like I didn't had like power input, so every time I have to solder, take it to my bike, check it over there, and then again if it's not working, again I have to change the terminal. That is how I have to do it. So you can see there are like two terminals. So I'm applying a flex, so where it will be a hassle free soldering, the flux paste which I've applied. Now I'm soldering it to the board, PCB board. It's just matter of spending 2000 rupees and 2500 and getting a new one, guys, but the happiness of fixing something is like you can't, I can't explain it. So I have taken this risk, waited for like 3 days, and then fixing it. I had some short circuits in the board, so I'm uh, taken one terminal from the one end and the negative from another end. So you can see the complete jugaad which I have made. So I've taken two terminal for this LED. I've taken a negative terminal from the second LED port. So that's it. It's time to go and check
It's
with my
time
bike.
to
Let me see if all
go
lights are
and
working.
do a final test and then
I
check
hope
the
so.
result.
Yes, finally all the LEDs which I've like fixed, it's working. Again, this is how it's gonna look. So these, the brightest LEDs are the new LED which I've added. Finally I'm happy that all the LEDs are working, because this was not a first attempt. This result is after multiple attempts. So finally I am done. It's time to fix it back. Let me go back to my desk and fix it back.
after putting this particular MS7 clip, make sure the silicone is neatly packed inside, and you're gonna put it over here. This is how it has to be fitted with 2 provision which is given. So it's done, and the clip which you see here, this will be attached to this part. So we have 2 parts over here. So this will be added over here, and this will be fitting to this part. So let me show you that. So you can see this part is fitted. I have to just put these bolts. So fitting of speedometer is done. I have replaced new bolt over here. In fact, I bought two new bolts which I have added over here. The fitting is perfect, no vibration. So it's time to install this side fairing. So guys, the complete fairing is installed. This is for the right side one, and here comes the left side. So all the screws I have installed, and there is no vibration. I have replaced these clips with the new one, and the inner white clip which is new one. So whenever you try to remove it, please make sure you get some of those clips. I have just kept spare for myself. So next time if I try to open, and if I break it, I can just replace with the new one. So that's it.